operates, but I'm trying to wrap my head around how it might apply to the Nancy Guthrie case. Do you think that they've thought through a lot of the possibilities of SAT-G?
I mean, honestly, Ashley, I would hope so, right? Because they have to essentially game out every situation, right? Cartels, single one-offs, stalkers, all of it, they have to game out. So I would hope that this has come across their minds. I mean, SAT-G does exist in Arizona. They have done things in Arizona. So it wouldn't, I don't want to say it wouldn't be a surprise, because it would be, but I don't think it's that off base, right, for them to at least examine this particular lead.
Well, what I think the biggest barrier to me thinking it might be a SAT-G operation is that it doesn't appear that anything was stolen except a person. And SAT-G is not in the business of taking people for ransom that I know of.
You're 100% right. So this group, they've done robberies in California, Pennsylvania, Arizona, really all over. And, you know, it's crime tourism, if you will. And so this group typically only operates between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. Like, they have a window that they operate, which is so interesting. And they're in small, kind of fluid teams. And they're not, I mean, a robbery is violent, right? But they're not violent in the sense that they are wounding people and taking people. Their whole goal is for unoccupied homes. That is why they spend so much time and effort on surveillance, very intricate surveillance. And so it just doesn't jive here with what happened, because this is essentially violent, right? You're taking someone is violent.
So Tom McAfee mentioned that they will also often operate in the middle of the night, which sounds a lot like the Nancy Guthrie case.
Yeah, listen, just because I said 4 to 10, that's just what probabilities,
typical,
right? Like, so you're just looking at the whole of what they have done. It's not to say that there haven't been ones, but if they're operating in the middle of the night, it is because someone isn't home then. That is really what their MO is. It's not that they haven't ever done that before. And there have been times where people have been home, and you know what? They actually tend to leave because they want to be able to go back, right? And they are taking advantage of that visa waiver program. And so they want to go back and sell those goods that they have on the black market. That is the whole point of why they're doing what they're doing.
And they don't like the elevated risk of going into an occupied home.
Correct. It brings, you're 100% right. It brings in so much risk, right? You have a risk now of potentially being violent. You are now, if you're caught, adding additional charges to that, right? If you're violent.
Yeah, but you know what I keep thinking about, Tracy, and I think a lot of people miss this. In an early New York Times article, a reporter interviewed a friend of Nancy Guthrie's who said that she's recently started using these high-powered hearing aids. And that makes me wonder if anybody who's testing the waters outside to see if anybody is inside would think no one's inside, because at night you take those hearing aids out and she might not hear any rustling